Hello, influencers. How are we doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me. Welcome. Happy Sunday, people. How are you doing? Welcome to another edition of No Post Bad with IT. My name is Itunu. How are you doing, people? This is No Post Bad with IT. Thank you so much to all of you, my subscribers, for holding forth. And if you are coming across the channel for the first time, this is No Post Bad with IT. My name is Itunu. This is a channel where we say the way it is, no apology to anybody. So people, how are we doing? I want to today give us an update on Osinachi Nwachukwu's case. But before I do that, let me allow you to subscribe to this channel, like, share, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Let's go. Okay, thank you so much for doing that. Look at that. Share, subscribe, like, and share. All right, people. So you remember Osinachi Nwachukwu. For those of you, if you follow this channel, definitely you will remember her. But for those of you who are new to this channel, this is Osinachi Nwachukwu. She was a gospel singer in Nigeria who died on April 8 last year, 2022, and there was a public outcry because of the fact that people die due to domestic violence every day. But her case was very peculiar because she was a lead singer in a very popular church in Nigeria, Dunamischurch, headed by pastorpaulenenche and his wife. All right, so that was, people, there was a lot of outcry because for someone like me, part of the questions I asked that time was, okay, what, when this lady was going through a domestic violence, story had that her husband would beat her, a lot of inhuman treatment on her. What did the church do? Although Pastor Enenche came out at that time, this is Pastor Enenche and his wife. They are both medical doctors and they are pastors of that church. So he came out to say he didn't know anything about what this lady was going through, which somebody like me will not swallow that thing. I will not swallow it because church is a place where people talk a lot. Even if the pastor is not asking for information, people will gossip. They will tell him something. And a lot of time, this lady and this pastor, they do it together. They sing together. Yeah. So I query a lot. I query a lot of his excuses that time. That okay, even if you don't say anything physically, that was spiritually. What did you say spiritually? Nothing. Anyway, the story of Osinachi will teach us a lot of lessons, because overall, it is you that will face whatever it is that you refuse to address. Nobody will, face it for you. So now, the Paul Nwachukwu and Peter Nwachukwu, the husband of this lady, uh, has said that he pleaded not guilty. All right, of course that's the normal thing to do. So a 23 count charge was charges that bordered on domestic violence and homicide were filed against him by the family of this lady. If not that, even people spoke out, there was outcry. I mean, this lady died, the husband called the mother and said, Osinachi has gone. Just like that. Broke the news to this lady's mother on the phone. It was so, I don't understand that. Anyway, so if not for the outcry of the people, of the masses, he wouldn't have been picked up. He was picked up later, and then he was arraigned before Justice Njideka Kenwosu. So Nwachukwu, that's Peter Nwachukwu. Now the court will be sitting again on October 17th, on Tuesday. All right, because his lawyer, filed a no case submission. Mhm. A no case submission that all those 23 count charges are in no case submission. Aliyu rely on the result of the autopsy. Yes, police said that there were no physical marks on Osinachi's body, and that uh, the report says she had enlarged heart. Uh, Let me just read it verbatim. Okay, now the reports by the police say no mark of violence was noticed on the deceased, and listed the causes of her death to include generalized organ pallor, bilateral leg swelling. I've discussed this on this channel before. Fluid in the sac containing the heart, tumor deposit in and on the heart, lungs, kidneys, massively enlarged heart, and fluid around the lungs, which restrict breathing. Now the question will be that what brought about all these conditions? Yes, when a woman was in the house and her heart is always palpitating when the husband is around, she will go out, to come in, she will not know what she will meet at home. Her heart will be beating. A lot of time this lady was said, the husband was said to have pursue her outside, and she will sleep outside. So that's why we're saying that at the end of the day, it is you. It is you. So if you are, so if the judge, you hear me now, if you rule based on this no case submission by the counsel to Nwachukwu, they will dismiss it. That okay, he wasn't responsible. Something caused the heart, the lungs, whatever to have problem. When you are beating off a person, the children testified and all that. So that's why we're saying that women, if you say, because of my children and blah, 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 children will survive. Children will survive. That is the truth. You don't want to hear it, but we will say it. Children will survive. Because at the end, now, let's ask ourselves, Osinachi's children, are they surviving now or not? Are they? Are they? Yeah, they are. They are. Because at the end of the day, it is you and your life. It is you and your life. So that's why we keep saying it all the time, that when things are happening, I know children, you love your children and all that, but trust me, they will survive. So this case of no submission that the lawyer of Peter has put up, if the judge will rule by that, like I said, nothing will be will be said again. The case will be dismissed, and Peter will walk out of that prison a free man. So that's why all the time we kept saying. And another thing that I've noticed over time is that women, we are the one a lot of time that deceives ourselves. Yes, we deceive ourselves. We see some of these things. We see some of these things when dating a man. We definitely we do. But we want to give excuses. Okay, it's because of this, it's because of that. Let me tell us this. You cannot change anybody after marriage. The only thing marriage does is to amplify an individual's behavior. That's the only thing marriage does. So don't think that after marriage you will change somebody. Whatever that person is doing when you are not married to him or her, that's the same thing that the person that will be magnified in that person. You heard stories of this lady, of Osinachi, when this thing happened. Her mother was interviewed, her twin sister was interviewed, and all of them said there was something about Peter that was sinister. There was something about him that was not right. And he came around, married this lady within a very short period of time. And that was it. That they were like, something was not right about this guy. There was something that they were not comfortable about. But of course, she insisted that, okay, this is the person she wants to marry. After her death, it was revealed that Peter had a wife. The wedding photos of her and that other lady was circulated on the social media. So what are we saying? Please subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up, and let me know your thoughts in the comment section. What are we saying is that your life is in your hands. If this judge rule on this note, rely on this autopsy report, I don't know if autopsy report don't look at the remote cause of event. What was the cause of enlarged heart? If somebody's heart is palpitating all the time, the heart will be enlarged. When one organ of the body is having issue, others will begin to collapse. Did autopsy report does it not consider remote causes? Does it not consider the root cause of a situation? Because when you throw a stone into a pond, you will see what we call ripple. Now, what is the cause of that ripple effect? The stone that was thrown. Do autopsy does it not look at that? Does it not consider that? So women, let us stop deceiving ourselves. When you are in a relationship, you see things, you notice things. I mean, come on, I'm a woman. You notice things. But because, oh, my friends are getting married, they will say I'm not married. A lot of women are out there. You know yourself that you are just there just to answer somebody's need. Let them know that I'm answering somebody's need. Is it worth your life? This lady, a promising child, a promising star, her life was just ended like that. So on October 17th, the judge is going to rule on this no case submission. The counsel to Peter Nwachukwu is saying the family has no case because the autopsy showed that it's her organs that had problem. The question is, what causes the problem of those organs? This is a case where even her children testify how their father would tie this woman down and tell even the children to be beating her. All those beating, do they not have effect on her heart? Do they not have effect on her lungs? Do they not have effect on her kidneys? Yes. Do they not? So people, because God is faithful, there is no way you can serve God and you will, except you are deceiving yourself. Except like this lady. Yeah, because and we can now see that administration were not born out of being filled by the Spirit of God. If not for copyright claims, Osinachi will be, I will have played some of her, some of her songs. She will be singing, she will be sobbing. We now realize that she was doing that out of pain, not out of worship. Yes, it's it's as if when actors act, when Nollywood act, when Hollywood act, whatever wood, when they act, you see people crying. What the producers do is to they tell this cast, the actor and actresses, that if you have the role to cry, that you should cry. They will tell you to begin to flash back to sad events in your life. Begin to think back, begin to bring that emotions back. They can put you in a room so that you can put yourself in that role, and then begin to act it out. That's exactly what Osinachi was doing. She ministered, and she would be crying, and this crying wasn't out of worship for God. It was out of the pain she was living in. Maybe out of, oh, when I leave church now, what will I meet at home? Out of the way Peter had maltreated her. That's just it. And the question now is that all those kind of singing, because I cannot call it worship anymore. We thought it was worship until she died, and things begin to reveal. All those kind of singing, can we now say to be acceptable to God? You are singing in church, you are crying. Anybody seeing you around you would think it was the Spirit of God that was moving you. No, not knowing that you are crying out of your own pain. Now, let me know in the comment section, that kind of singing in church, can God accept it? Is it acceptable to God when it is not worship? You can worship even in your house without even being in church. You can be in the mood of worship, and you will sob. It happens. It happens to me. You will feel the presence of God. Even in your room, you will sob. Your heart will be, if you have experienced it, you will know what I'm talking about. Your heart will be you'll be very excited. You sob. You will feel the presence of God. Yes, you don't have to get to church to go into that realm. When you worship, that is worship. But when you are singing what Yoruba will say, oh wow, singing like a dirge. You are in your heart, you are singing a dirge, and then tears begin to flow. People around will be crying too. You see a video, you will see them. They'll be crying too, because they think that it was worship. And the thing about God is that in that atmosphere, things can happen. Yes. In fact, things will definitely happen. Because the Bible says, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, in his name, he will be there. And if he's there, things can happen. Things will happen. People will be healed. People will get their miracle. Because God was there. But was God in the person that's singing? Yes. That's why it is possible for, there's a way you will say that party. God can move in that atmosphere. God can, but the person, the vessel that is doing all those drama, what is happening in his or her own life, private life, God is not there. But in the atmosphere, God is there. And if people are there in that congregation and their faith connect with God, he will do his own job. That's it. So don't be carried away by all those things. Connect with God yourself, just like the woman with the issue of blood said in the Bible, if I can only touch the hem of his garment. That's all. That was the only miracle in the Bible Jesus did not voluntarily do, so to speak. Because all other miracles, the blind Bartimaeus, he asked, what do you want? That one said, okay, let me receive my eyes. The man by the pool of Bethesda, what can I do? He encountered them. But this woman with the issue of blood, she got her own miracle by, let me just touch him. So much that Christ said, okay, who touched me? Because he felt something left him. So this is what we're saying all the time. Know God by yourself. Know him by yourself. All these gimmicks will not help anybody. Now, I was saying, for those of you who are in an abusive relationship because you want to be called Mrs. Somebody, if you die, your children will survive. Trust me. Now, Osinachi's children, where are they? I'm sure by now they'll be in better schools than when their mother was alive. Because people came up, the Minister for Women Affairs then, she came up, I mean, they were, people would come around them. Then we will put them in a better house, put them in better school. These ones are responsible. Help will come up for them. But she's gone. She's gone. Out of, I don't want to divorce. God did not say, God said, I hate divorce, not divorcees. And why he said I hate divorces, the effect, I'm still going to do a separate video on that, the effect of divorce, the resultant effect, the result of the effect, the result of divorce, the effect of divorce, what it can cause. That's why God said, I hate divorce, not divorcees. So, if you're in that kind of relationship like Osinachi was, speak out. Don't deceive yourself. Don't use church to cover as veil and think that you are doing something to yourself. Of course, you are doing something to yourself. You are harming yourself. A lot of women have gone this way. We are able to talk about Osinachi because she was a singer in a church, in a big church, a 100,000 capacity church. So that brought this one out. There are a lot of women that are dying every day that we don't hear of. So people, let me know your thoughts on this video. On October 17, they will rule on the no case submission filed by Peter Nwachukwu's lawyer, because they are saying that no, it doesn't have anything to do with her death. How about emotional cause? Can psychologists be allowed to testify? All right, people. I'm going to talk to you again very soon. Thank you so much. Have a blessed week. Go to church with your brains intact. All right. We even had a version of the story then that Pastor Paulenenche said, oh, she cannot leave her husband because of the image of the church. Yeah, the image of the church. If that was true, then it's unfortunate. I did a video about it then, that time. They want to be using her to promote their own ministry, to promote their own business. And where is she today? Life continues. All right, people, I'm going to see you very soon. God bless you, and I love you like as business. Bye.